Hi, welcome to the first real episode of Writing a Module screencast series. This is one of several screencasts in the chapter called Writing a Module in the series called 4 Weeks of Drupal, where you learn a lot of Drupal stuff. So in this screencast we're going to build ourselves a module, and in this second screencast, the first one just describing what we're going to do later on, I am going to tell you about the environment I'm working with, so you don't have to wonder about that later on. So, starting from the bottom, well, my name is Johan Falk, by the way. I live in Sweden, the sun is shining outside and I have a cup of tea next to my computer. That makes me happy. Starting from the bottom up, I'm going to describe my environment, starting with MAMP. I'm using a Mac right now, so I'm running MAMP on it. I'm using PHP 5.3, which is kind of useful. I think it's perfectly fine to use 5.2 as well. I'm not 100% sure though, but I know that 5.2 might hide some errors and stuff that 5.3 will show you. So using 5.3 is a good thing if you're writing modules and things. Yes, on top of that I have installed Drupal 7 site with a few extra modules on it. I have this administration menu module. Very useful, I think, when you're doing stuff in Drupal. I have, as usual, when I'm building Drupal sites, installed the Devel module. Very good when you're doing development, both site building and coding, and also theming, I guess. I don't do much theming though. Something that you might not have seen before is the Coder module. That will help you review your code that you're writing. Very useful. Coder module is maintained by a lot of people, not least Stella Power, Irish girl. She rocks. Coder module can review your code, mostly finding things like coding standard errors, but some other security errors and things as well, and we'll show you things like this if you have screwed up somewhere. Okay, that's the Drupal installation. When writing code, I'm using a program called, or an environment called NetBeans. That is pretty good. I really recommend that you use a proper integrated environment when writing code, so you can find, well, do code highlighting, have function suggestions, have errors marked out when you're typing and things like that. Once upon a time, like 10-15 years ago, it was cool to say this site was built in Notepad. That is not cool anymore, so please get yourself a proper environment. I'm using Git as well from the terminal. No graphical user interface for that right now. I'm not going to explain how Git works, but it's a tool for version controlling code. It's the standard tool when doing Drupal. You can use whatever you like, and if you don't know what a version control tool is, or version control system is, then I suggest that you look it up, because it's a really good thing if you're writing code. It means you can save code and restore code and share code and collaborate and well, a lot of good stuff. So take a look at that. I have not recorded any screencasts on using Git yet, but I hope I will do that sometime in the future. Future is vast. Finally, you should also be aware that we have a site called api.drupal.org. Good site when you're developing for Drupal. It has, well, it's some kind of API reference, as you can see here. You can see what a function does. You can see how to call functions, which functions are using other functions. You can have references for, or an explanations, introductions to a lot of things. So this is a really good complement to your development environment when building Drupal sites. And yes, that's it for this screencast. In the next one, I'm going to show you how to create an empty module and setting things up that way. That'll be a pretty short screencast, I hope. Before finishing though, I want to mention the Rules Mastery training at DrupalCon Denver. The day before the conference starts, I and 3 other guys will do a training on rules. We will do both site building in the morning, and in the afternoon we will do coding for rules. And this is a really good opportunity to learn how to use the rules module and get started and really get going with it. I'm doing this with Fago, the rules maintainer, and also Dixon and Letharion, 2 great guys from Node 1. Yes, that's it. A lot of talking this screencast. Next screencast we're gonna actually do something as well. Hope to see you there.